Hello guys, I just want to show you something really interesting because this is exactly what happened in Germany. This is a 1.6 HDI. This is a compressor here, the turbocharge. You can see how tiny it is, you know. So what happened in Germany? We had a breakdown. If you look over there, you can see that's the serpentine belt or auxiliary belt. But I'm gonna put the camera down there so that you see what we have done here, okay? But if you look at the bottom there, let me just put my hand there. If you look at the bottom there, this is the AC compressor. Let me just try to put the camera down there so that you see. I hope. No, you can't see. Yeah, you can see there. That's the pulley here. This rusty spinning thing here is the pulley. You see, for the compressor, AC compressor. Now, what happened in Germany? The AC compressor, the pulley broke for the reason that I cannot explain. The pulley broke, so it cut the serpentine belt. Now, I did hear a little bit of sound when we were, we were on the motorway, or should I say, just before starting to travel. I took the car to the car wash to clean it, and I opened the bonnet just to check the oils and everything. So I started the car and I could hear there was a little click, but I wasn't quite sure what it was because the diesel engines are very rattly, so it kind of mask all other little sounds. So there was a sound and I thought, could it be the pulley? And I came and I looked and I couldn't find anything. So I thought, oh, we'll see this in UK, let's just go. So that's what happened. The serpentine belt broke and that pulley there broke. Okay, now someone asked me about the spare wheel in the boot, so I'm going to go there, show you what I have done there. Right, we are in the boot now, so let me just show you what's underneath there. When we get this car, there was nothing in here. Okay, there was only a polystyrene, the thing that holds the space saver wheel was in here. So we removed it and I bought the spare wheel. It's a full-size spare wheel. Put it in here, but because this is a taxi, you need to have a fire extinguisher, and then this is just the pump, and then this is the jack, and the wheel spanner are in here. So there was someone who was asking me, how did I put the full-size spare wheel in here? I removed the polystyrene which was in here that holds the space saver, threw it away, it was useless, so I put the full-size spare wheel. Okay, it's a basic car, this car. All right, it's an absolute basic car. You don't have sat nav, and the radio is basic, no Bluetooth, cannot answer the phone anywhere here like other cars. Absolute basic. The windows at the back there are not electric, so you have to wind to close the window. So it's an excellent car for taxi. So what happened in Germany was a disaster for us because we drove about 300 kilometers with the car clicking. It was a bit quiet, and I thought we'll be able to get to UK without having any issues. But I was completely wrong. In Hanover, we had a breakdown. We drove 450 kilometers. And then on the Autobahn, high speed, no speed limit, then the car just shut down. And, we just used that momentum to go to the exit. I kind of moved to the hard shoulder and let the car roll all the way to the exit. It was a disaster. It was in the middle of the night because we travel at night to avoid traffic. And also, it was raining. I ran in the opposite direction on the hard shoulder to look for those phones on the side of the motorway to phone for help. So we ended up getting a truck. It came to pick us and it took us to a garage. They just said, oh no, these guys will fix your car tomorrow. So they took us to the garage. So when you get to the garage, we paid them. They wanted 500 euros. We had no choice, so I just paid them 500 euros. And there was a hotel close by. We went to the hotel, but they said there's no space. So we had to sleep in the car. Remember, it's 12 o'clock, roughly, after 12, going to 1 in the morning. So we sat in the car and the kids and my wife slept. But I didn't sleep myself, because I thought, let me just keep an eye on what's going on, just for safety reasons, really. So the next morning, the garage opens and they ask us, what are we doing there? We tell them, no, we broke down on the motorway yesterday, on the Autobahn yesterday night. So a breakdown truck brought us here. They said you deal with this kind of cars. The guys tell us, no, we only do alloy wheels, exhaust, and brakes. We don't do anything else. And I said, but the truck brought us here because they said they know you guys who deal with the stuff will be able to do it. So the German guy was not happy. So he take the phone, he called the breakdown company, and he was arguing with them on the phone. Why did you bring these guys here? Why we need space. Come to take this car out of here. You should have taken it to Citroën. So they came. They wanted another 400 euros to take us to because the car wouldn't start. To take us to Citroën. So they took us, and when we got to Citroën, while I went inside, at Citroën to ask if we should put the car, where the truck stopped. When I come back, my wife said something to the driver, and the driver said, no, he doesn't want money, because my wife wasn't happy because they took us to the wrong place. They should have taken us to Citroën, but they didn't. So when I come back, the guy said, no, don't pay. I said, why not? And he said, no, just keep it. So I said, no, okay, at least I'll give you 100 euros because I'm a nice guy. He said, no, I don't want it. So I just threw it on the seat, 100 euros, and I left him. People are hustlers. You have to understand how these things are. So Citroën, we get there, I tell them, look, our pulley, our compressor for AC, the pulley is broken. Because I know that thing will be very expensive. I tell them, I want a very small fan belt for a Citroën C1. It will fit so that it bypasses the AC motor. It doesn't drive the AC motor. So it just goes to the alternator, to the crankshaft, and the tensioner. That's it. That's what I wanted. So they said, no, we don't have the belt. So I said, what should we do? When can you get the belt? So the guy said, okay, wait here. I'm going to phone the French to see when they can bring the belt. Because we were waiting, I fell asleep. I didn't sleep that night, so I fell asleep. When I wake up, it was like 5 hours late, and the guy hasn't even come back. And the car wasn't where we dropped it off. They took the car to the back. Now I asked my wife, because my wife was just playing with the kids and walking about in there. I said, "Where is the car?" She says, "I don't know." So I go to the lady on the reception. I say, "Where is my car?" She says she doesn't know. So I just walk straight to the garage. Now I see the car is at the back, the bonnet is open. So I asked them, "What are you doing?" They said, "No, we are checking what the problem with the car." And I said, No, I'm waiting for the guy to tell me when the belt can come here. I never wanted the car to come here, to come in the garage. I just want the belt so that I can put it myself and we can carry on with our journey. They have removed the undercover for the engine. They've charged the battery, because with Citroën, when the serpentine belt breaks, the fans that cools the radiators just keep running, so they drain the battery. So I say, I don't understand why you're doing all this stuff. I just want the belt. They said, no, we cannot get the belt. You just have to leave the car here and we will fix everything. It will be in 2 weeks. They give us coupons for free transport for the metro. They tell us where the hotels are. I tell them, you got it completely wrong. We need to go today. If you cannot give me the belt, we have to go somewhere else. They said, no, we don't keep anything here. So I go to talk to my wife. I say, what do we do? And we decided, okay, we will just rent another car, take everything from the Citroën back to Poland, and then I'll hire a truck to pick the Citroën to take it with us back to Poland. We'll fix it there. That was the plan. So we went to hire a car. So when we come back, they've put out the car now, parked the car outside, and we're starting to unload stuff from the Citroën. Now we see two Polish people looking at new cars, and my wife went to talk to them. And they said, oh, no, we know a mechanic is just around the corner here. Do you know how long it took to put the belt? 2 minutes. And the car was fully running. 2 minutes. We returned the rented car. We bought 2 belts, and we're still using it today. As you just saw on the video, I'm still using that short belt. The AC is not connected at all. And the funny thing, the Germans, when we were leaving, they said they want to charge us 150 euros. I asked them, for what? They said, no, for checking the car. I said, I never ever said you should check the car. I asked you how much is the belt, and you said you're going to phone the French. You never came back to me. No, you don't. No, I thought you wanted us. I said, no, I never said that. I said I could put the belt myself. I didn't need you to put the belt. So that's how it was. It was very, very stressful. So we drove from Hanover to the ferry, and when we got there, they asked us why we are late because we missed the ferry. Told them we broke down, and they said, okay, we'll put you in the next ferry, and it was free, which was absolutely amazing. And here we are. I still have that, because the Polish guy gave us 2 belts. One, he put it in the car, and the other one, I still have it. It's running very well. It just doesn't have air condition. Okay, guys, so that's what happened in Germany. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.